Welcome, residents of the Mice Clan. This is your boy 6 Months Man coming at y'all with a brand new video. Wow, this is gonna be an ASMR video, guys. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is gonna be a new series I'm starting up. What if Goku was raised by the Supreme Kai? This is more meant to be a funny series than a serious thing. So I know people have done this, but I'm gonna try and do it in a unique way. Thumbnails are thumbnails. Don't judge by a thumbnail. That's just to catch the eye. So yeah, after you click that like and subscribe button and check out everybody in the link in the description, we can get this party started. Roll the intro. So, I know the intro just played, but I just want to say this. People have been coming to my and other YouTubers comment section being like, oh, you got this wrong, you got this wrong. So, I just want to say something. I make double sure of everything I say. All the channels under me, like Lord Zoku, Williams, all those people, I make sure they got their facts straight. So, a big controversial subject in the comment section is the Rinnegan and Jiraiya. So, the Rinnegan gives you the ability to unlock all 5 elemental natures. It doesn't just give it to you. Character sheets for Jiraiya say that he only trains hard workers, not prodigies. So now that that's out of the way, we can actually start this stuff. So we're gonna straight up start off with Goku landing on the Supreme Kai's planet. Don't ask me why, because I said this is a what if. I'm gonna just change this one thing and make it so that the Supreme Kai's planet is able to be reached by ship or something, or he gone through a dimensional rift or a black hole and then ended up here. So, because there's no definitive way except the afterlife to get to the Supreme Kai's planet. So, I'm gonna start off right here. The Supreme Kai and Kibito find the pod. Kibito is obviously just wants to kill it because he knows it's a Saiyan. Saiyans are usually violent. But this Goku is actually cheery. He kind of smiles and then reaches out for the Supreme Kai. The Supreme Kai thinks this is cute and basically shows off Kibito, saying bye-bye. He picks up a baby Goku and starts playing with him. I'm gonna say about a year progresses because this was almost immediately after he left the planet, so he's technically still more or less an infant. At least in this one. He's not even a baby, he's more like 2 to 3 years old. So a few months, maybe a year goes by, and Goku is about 4. He can now walk, and he's actually pretty well mannered. But the Supreme Kai basically took a liking to Goku and thinks of Goku as his own son at this point. So he teaches Goku proper table etiquette. He teaches him basically some minor Kai type fighting stances he learned from the Grand Supreme Kai, and he teaches him many small tricks and maybe gauntlets that could basically just be fun for a child to mess around with. So I'm gonna say about 2 years passed, and Goku had actually caught up with everything the Supreme Kai taught him martial arts wise. The Supreme Kai thinks that Goku is a prodigy beyond prodigies and decides to teach Goku of ki control, at least what he knows of ki control. Kibito is still a little on caution around Goku, but has grown to like him. Goku had picked up some habits from the Kais, including not sleeping that often. Goku would stay up sometimes 5 days and then just sleep an entire day away. But there's one problem I already know y'all are gonna ask about, the Ozaru. Because the Supreme Kai's planet is circled by many a moon, which means that Goku would have had many Ozaru problems. At first, the Supreme Kai just made a tunnel or a cave that's properly light up using some key or bug or something, and he basically raised Goku in there for a while. Once Goku was able to understand what he was saying, he taught Goku never to look at the moons. But now that Goku is around 6 years old, the Supreme Kai thinks it's time to take care of that. Goku had now just started learning to use ki. He learned how to levitate, not fly, just levitate in place, and minor ki blasts. So, nothing intense. He couldn't even destroy a rock with the amount of ki he had. He had a very low power level. Because this is similar to Canon. He would at this point have a max power level of 50, with the Supreme Kai having power level within the millions, maybe even billions as far as we know. So he basically tries to teach Goku how to control his ape form. What he would basically do is he'd have Goku look up at the moon, go Ozaru, and then just bonk him on the back of the neck if he doesn't respond. So this went on for a few days actually before Goku caught on to his first time getting control of the form. And over the next 1 year time period, so Goku would be around 7 at this point, he had finally gotten used to controlling the Ozaru, and he can prevent himself from going Ozaru altogether. So he can look up at the moon and nothing would happen because of how he neurologically programmed his own mind. So the Ozaru wouldn't really be a problem at this point, but the Supreme Kai knows that Goku is weak. So he teaches him in Ki even further for the next, I'd say, 6 months. So because Goku already knows how the basis of Ki, the Supreme Kai had taught him many things, and Goku is at this point Shin's successor. This would have originally been Kibito, and this kind of pissed off Kibito because he would have been the next Supreme Kai, but he sees why Shin sees such potential within Goku, because Goku catches on to things much faster than even Kibito did, because this took Kibito hundreds of years, while it only took Goku a handful of years. So he understands, and had actually grown a little closer to Goku within this 6 month time skip. So Goku in this 6 month time skip can properly fly, and is able to use the crystal ball that the Kais use to look up on the mortal worlds. Goku had taken an interest in one specific planet called Earth. He looks on an old man, basically standing looking at the sky, talking to a turtle, but he couldn't really hear much until the Supreme Kai taught him how to basically mentally hear what they are saying. So after that, he basically hears the old man go pulling his arms back, shoving it forward with as much ki as he possibly could, screaming Kamehameha. He destroys a mountain, and Goku's surprised because he can't even do that. And as far as he knows, this old man should be around the same power level as him. Shin basically then helps Goku and explains that this is focusing as much ki from your entire body as possible into one ki blast. Goku takes an interest in this, and Kibito actually helps him in training this. After about another 6 months, Goku can properly fly, do mass ki blast, and he had actually taken the old man's attack of the Kamehameha on himself. Goku at this point is 7 years old, and is busy learning the Kai's version of Kai, or instant transmission, because he's gonna have to use instantaneous travel, as the Kais call it, to do stuff when he's Supreme Kai. He's still maybe 100 years away from actually becoming the Supreme Kai, but that's much better than most Kais could ever say. So Shin at this point thinks it would be better if Goku actually got stronger. So for the next year until Goku turns 8, Shin is going to train him. Goku and Shin train in very harsh conditions. Goku's power level goes from that of about 80, which it was now, up to a number around 600. So stronger than he was in canon after the King Piccolo fight. This would be actually stronger than he was when Z started, or more around the same. So he'd be around 800, maybe 500, I don't know. So Shin thinks it might be an interesting thing to send Goku down to Earth so that he can deal with that, because Earth had been starting to get out of hand with some unpredictable things. And Shin could basically see where this might have been going. So he says that it would be good for Goku if Goku went down to the mortal worlds and then lived with the mortals for a while. So Goku happily obliges and goes down to Earth. Where he is dropped is a place near Mount Paozu, where he would have landed if he didn't land on the Supreme Kai's planet. He walks up the mountain and sees a small hut. In front of the hut is an old man sitting. He approaches him and introduces himself, and then the old man asks what his name was, but Goku never got a name. Shin and even Kibito usually just called him something like Kid, but he had never gotten a name. And he looks at the old man and says, "I don't have a name. What is your name, sir?" The old man responds with, "My name is Gohan. And why don't you come sit down here, boy?" Goku happily sits down and has some tea with the old man. After a few hours of talking, the old man eventually comes up with the name. Hey kid, how about we call you Goku? Goku. I like that name, Mr. Gohan. So, up on the world of the Kais, the Supreme Kai is smiling down on Goku having his first mortal experience. So, now Goku officially is called Goku and has made a bond with this old man. Over about a 1 year time skip, I'd say he trains with this old man and picks up all his martial arts and key step skills. Because Gohan was actually potent in using ki to power up his attacks and body, making himself faster and similar things. Goku had easily picked this up within the 1 years instead of around 10 years as he did in canon. The old man has an idea to basically take Goku to his master Roshi, and Gohan in this time had actually gotten stronger than even King Piccolo, because Goku fighting with Gohan made him stronger, and in return also made Goku stronger. So they go over to Master Roshi. Roshi sees that Gohan had gotten stronger than him, and is surprised. Goku remarks on how Roshi is the man he saw do the Kamehameha, and Roshi's like, how do you know about that? He shows it off saying that he watched it through a crystal orb on the Supreme Kai's planet. So they know this is a supreme god or something like that, so they let it slide. After training a few more months under Roshi, because most things Gohan taught him is things he learned by Roshi, Goku, about, I'd say, 6 months pass, and Goku is basically gonna enter the Tenkaichi Budokai that is closest to them. He enters and there he meets some mercenaries. This is obviously Tien and Chaozu. After facing off against them, they are mad, but they see that Goku didn't even really try. So what they do is they migrate to the Turtle School, and turns out Goku wasn't actually a part of the Turtle School. He just learned some things from them, and had actually taught Master Roshi how to fly in the meantime. So everyone knows how to fly, and now things like more accurate ki blasts and more potent ki blasts are taught to Tien, and Chaozu just worked on his psychic abilities. But this is around the time that Goku sees it's time for him to go back to the Supreme Kai's planet. So even though he feels bad for leaving his friends, the Supreme Kai tells him he can come back in about, Goku would be what, 8 at this point, in 4 years. So Tien and Chaozu, Master Roshi, and even Grandpa Gohan look forward to meeting him in 4 years' time. So they would train up and become much more powerful than they were in canon, each of them actually being able to defeat someone like King Piccolo on their own. I'd say their power levels after the 4 years would be around 400. But back on the Supreme Kai's planet, Goku is now being taught how to generate Kai Ki, or as I like to call it, Divine Ki, so that he can more accurately use magic. But Shin isn't that acquainted to magic. He can teach Goku how to make things like clothing and solid, round, or square objects, things that are basic, but he's not too good at any other type of magic. He can teach him how to psychically freeze someone in place, and things like that. And this is what Goku learns over the next few years. Goku's power level had immensely shot up over these 4 years, getting to a power level of about, I'd say, 20,000. So Goku would go back to Earth after these 4 years and meets up at Mount Paozu with Gohan first. While there, a blue girl almost runs into Goku and Gohan, who were at the side of the road, and Goku basically just stops it with his hand, not even destroying it. He just lifts it up his head and then shakes out the girl. Bulma then profusely basically apologizes and then crawls back in fear. Goku puts the capsule mobile down and then says that what does she want? She explains her story of the Dragon Ball, and Gohan explains that he has one of them, and Goku is interested. He offers to help them search, and Gohan tells them that Roshi actually has it too. So as a group, they go over to Roshi's place, meeting up with Roshi and getting Roshi's Dragon Ball. Bulma didn't even need to flash him because Goku had offered to teach Roshi some new techniques once this adventure is done. So I'd say about the next year goes by as in canon, up to about the Piccolo fight with Goku just basically breezing through everything, Yamcha eventually becoming their friend, same with the pig and So the group would basically still be assembled except for Piccolo, obviously. I'm gonna say at this point is where the Tenkaichi Budokai happens, but instead of King Piccolo's servants having to approach Goku for his Dragon Balls, all Goku does is he goes after because he sends someone with pure malicious intent because of his Kai learnings. He goes over to where King Piccolo is and easily slaps him around. Kami, God of Earth, who had actually met Goku before because of his name as God of Earth, had asked Goku to basically spare um, his other part because, or not to spare, but not to spare, to kill him instead. But Goku then remarks about the Namekian forceful fusion. Kami, after trying it, forcefully fuses with Piccolo, and then Goku's like, see, now you're much more powerful. At this point, I would say Kami would be around a power level of 2000 maybe, because he had a power level of around 1000, and Piccolo did wish for his youth because Bulma had the Dragon Balls and was basically just easily taken from her. So Kami indirectly regained his youth because of the wish King Piccolo made. They once again become the nameless Kamekian, but Kami decides to stick with the name Kami, or rather, he just likes the name Kami. So what happens is Kami indirectly regains his youth and has a power level of around 1000. Goku remarks on how he has to leave once again, and this time he spent around 2 years on Earth trying to complete this mission. He didn't get much stronger in this time, but decides to return to the plane of the Kais. So at this point, there's going to be a 3-year time skip with all the Z fighters, including Krillin, who actually met Goku in this time, and Goku didn't really mind him. Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, um, Powar, and even the pig, or Olaf, or whatever his name was, but not Yajirobe, obviously, they start training under Kami. Well, when Goku arrives back on the planet of the Supreme Kai, Shin informs him that he will be spending some time with the lower ranking Kais, specifically, more accurately, King Kai, because Shin has to deal with some stuff only Kais can deal with, and he thinks it would be well for Goku to meet some other Kais. Well, this has been it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. Well, come back tomorrow around this time for another video. Check out my second channel. Check out Avatar's the Master channel. All that in the link in the description. Check out the Dragon Lord for making my intro and outro. Speaking of my outro, roll that outro. Peace.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Subscribe for more.
Yada yada does it.